don't want you.
I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich.
This is my home. They're gonna need a wrecking ball to take me out of here.
Good day, everybody. Wherever you are in the world today, whether it's morning, evening, or anywhere in between, welcome to unRekt Traders. Today we're going to take a look at SUI on the Nexus. Start on the monthly and then we'll work our way down. But currently on the Nexus itself, the current monthly is higher than the previous month, so we are looking for continuation to the upward direction until it breaks that lower line. Now it did already break that lower line and we've been bearish pretty much ever since, coming down to the monthly S1 and then almost to the monthly S2, but finding support at the bottom of the pivot of the previous range. Now this monthly pivot itself was a naked, and we can see that price did come down to the very bottom of it. It held as support, and then the pivot itself held as the support to push us higher. Now we are coming up into that resistive area one more time. Huge imbalance on this candle here, so we'll see how this plays out. But as of right now, we are bearish. Now we do want to see upward direction, and it did take it the previous month low, so it could quite easily now just go up, take out the previous month high, and just do a Darth Maul basically. Coming down into a smaller time frame, and I'll just turn off the monthly. Let me just get rid of these brush marks. All right, so we'll take a look at the weekly. Now the weekly has been in a bearish state more or less for the past 4 weeks now. So we've been trending down in downward direction. This weekly is lower than the previous one. So again, we are looking for a continuation to the downward direction. Let me just bring on the previous week high here. All right, so we opened up above the range. We came down, we hit it. But because we opened it up, it does want to take it to the previous month high first, which we got, and then came down. Now when we cross this line, we would be looking for that weekly S1, but something did prop us up. I believe it was the pivot from the previous month, and then we basically crossed this pivot again, bringing us up into that previous week high is where we are now, and then we'll see if we can get to this weekly R1. And coming down a little further, take off these brush marks. All right, so we have a new 2-hour and a 4-hour. 4-hour is below us. Now we did open up. Let's zoom in just a little bit more for this 2-hour. So on the 2-hour itself, we opened up below this 2-hour, so we'd want to see it come down to the previous 2-hour low, which is basically here. We have a naked 2-hour here, and we also have our naked 4-hour sitting here as well, and then we also have a naked 12-hour all the way down here at the dollar, basically 47 range. So because we opened up above the 4-hour range, we do want to see it take out that previous month high, or at least to the 2-hour one. Now, if it does cross this 2-hour here, which is almost looks like it's about to, then we'd be looking for basically that 1%, or coming all the way down into this 12-hour at 9.5%. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We really want it to come down here. Now, do you want to wait for that whole full 9.5%? Well, that's up to you. You could probably easily take 4%, 5% off the table pretty quickly, coming up into this 12-hour R1 or whatever, and then call it a day for the most part. So, we are expecting the 9% coming back down to the daily. Now we may push up a little bit higher, taking a liquidity here, but we did break this range, coming to the downward direction, breaking this range again. So we, that is kind of a bearish trend. Be nice to fill in this imbalanced candle up to like the $1.64 area, and then losing support, breaking the next structure and taking out liquidity here, coming to this pivot, and then hopefully getting down into this range. So we more or less don't want it to cross this little area here, and then come down and hopefully get us down to here. Now it's not going to come flying straight down. It'll just kind of slowly work its way, I'm sure, but based upon how the 2 hours and 4 hours form. But if you really wanted to, you could just basically come in down into here, that 2.49%, and call it a day if you really wanted to. It's still 2.5%. So the possibility is definitely there. So that's all I got for SUI. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless.
Visit unrekt.me and download our free powerful indicators.
and join our community of traders in our Discord server and get full access to the Machine Suite Indicators, the Nexus Suite Indicators, and the Nexus Screener.